just like that, WrestleMania fans, WrestleMania weekend, the Cloud City Converse is back once again, and the music stopped.
Oh,
You know why? Because my wife, we share the same account, so she's driving.
She's probably like,
it's cool. I'll put it in post. I'll put it in post. Fans, tipsy shit. Friends, fans, family, welcome back once again to the official relaunch of the Cloud City Converse, unscripted, unfiltered, unapologetic, and apparently uncircumcised, according to Izzy.
Four corners.
This is the four corners, the four P's of professional journalism.
Yeah,
unfiltered, uncircumcised, and definitely intoxicated. That's the other P, is intoxicated.
Cheers.
We are coming to you live, friends, from Mania House here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. I have my guest. Please, friends, join me in welcoming Crashley Savage to the show.
What's up, everybody?
So, Crash, how you doing?
Good. You know, we're hanging out in Vegas. Mania week.
Enjoying your time?
Oh, absolutely. Got the Airbnb hot tub pool combo.
That's right.
Great.
That's right. It's good stuff. Question for you. So, you decided to start training at Oregon Pro Wrestling School. Tell me a little bit about that journey. What brought you to Oregon Pro Wrestling School? Let's let the people know.
Okay. It was just a cascade effect of falling in love with wrestling first. I'm not somebody who grew up watching wrestling. I've always kind of had it and like had an appreciation for it, but it kind of took on a life of its own later on in my life. I just like started diving in. I think I started with the Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio feud, and I just loved the melodrama and the skill and the craftsmanship and the athleticism.
So originally your affinity or love for pro wrestling came based off of being a fan. What kind of like athletic ability do you have? Do you have any sports or anything you did like in high school or in college?
For a little bit, I was doing roller derby as a kid.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like
absolutely stellar roller derby. For those that don't know, real athletes play hockey and do roller derby, in my opinion. So anyway, I'm sorry, I digress.
Absolutely, it's just a good. I think they go hand in hand. You have athletes with characters, people who pick their own names, incorporate their own style into their outfits.
All right, I got to cut you off. I got to know. Did you have a name when you were doing roller derby?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was Marco Diablo.
Okay.
Yeah, like Mark of the Devil.
I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, so I was doing that in Tucson. We were actually the first junior roller league.
Okay.
And we were, as long as I was on the team, we were undefeated. So
there you go. How many years?
I think it's about 2 years. Then I did a little bit of refereeing in it, and then I kind of went on a little hoodlum path and stopped doing organized things.
Gotcha. Went from organized athletics to organized crime?
Yeah, I can't say that. You know,
nor should you. Very well. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
what
job.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hey, I know that's right.
This is recorded.
So don't worry, I'll fix it in post. Like when I censored out Cat's feet yesterday in post for a promo.
You can't put that for free.
No, not in this economy.
No.
Am I right? Oh, whatever. Anywho, so question about your pro wrestling training. Tell us what you enjoyed about it the most. What's been the most difficult for you?
I'd say the mental aspect. You really gotta be okay with failing, and you know, I really wanted to show up at training. I really wanted to be the best. I wanted to be a natural. I wanted to just get everything right the first time, and that just was not the case with me in pro wrestling. It took so many tries and having goals in my mind when I wanted to reach certain mileposts.
Yeah.
When I wanted to.
Remind me again, how long have you been training again at OPW?
I see, about coming up on a year and a half.
Okay, righteous, gotcha.
And yeah, you think you're gonna meet those goals, and you picture how it's gonna look, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. It just takes longer, and you have to be okay with not letting that derail you. You got to say, I'm gonna keep going, even though I'm not as good as I want to be. And you know, looking back, I think about where I am now, and it's a huge leap from where I was when I set those goals.
Sure. Out of everything that you've endured thus far throughout the process of the last year and a And one of the things that I noticed and learned at OPW that helped me get through some of those rough times in the inception was the support, obviously, right? The support of the coaches, the support of some of your training partners. Out of all the, hell, what is it now? Like 45 or so students we have on the roster, give or take. Shout out
Yeah.
Coach Ricky Gibson and everybody at OPW. Who have you clicked with the best as far as like, leaning on for support when those times get rough?
It's people from all, directions. Like, I think training, you kind of form your own cohorts. Everybody's really friendly, everybody clicks, but like, I think it's the people that join within the month or two around when you join.
Sure.
You get close, you follow the same path.
Yeah, similar struggles, right?
Yeah.
Similar,
Yeah,
yeah.
people
You
can
learn
talk to.
what I found is that you bleed, sweat, cry together, and
Yeah.
it definitely develops a bond. I think that's one of the things I took from it the most. Is there? I mean, let's shoot for a second. I mean, is there anybody that you're definitely not feeling at training that you wanna put hands on?
I mean, I don't really carry heat where I go, but yeah, honestly, I can't sing anything but praise for people that are there. You got to put yourself through so much, and
Yeah.
we all have this in common, so it's like it's a huge bonding experience.
That's a very diplomatic answer. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. When I first started, for me, I mean, and we all have our first initial chemistry, right, with certain individuals. And for me, it was Zay Perez at that moment, at that point in time. We just called him the Mantis because when he would go to lock up, it was super dope. He would, can you hold this for me? Just a little bit right there. He would come like this. He would go to lock up like this. So we started calling him the Mantis. So we started cutting promos on each other. And I thought that was really cool because it gave us both the opportunity to kind of work on our promo skills. We realized the cardinal rule of cutting a promo, don't have what you're trying to say written down behind you because you keep cutting your eyes away from the camera to what you're trying to read and back to the camera. I did tease him a little bit because as he was cutting his promo, he had this little white piece of food in the corner of his mouth. So my whole return promo was burying him for having food in the corner of his mouth.
It's a rookie mistake.
Well, yeah. I mean, and again, right to that point, that's a perfect point. I appreciate you bringing that out. We're all just learning. We're trying to figure this stuff out, right, and figure out who we are as wrestlers, who we are as training partners, who we are as individual characters and whatnot. Tell the folks a little bit about who you are. Who is Crashley Savage? What do you want the people to know about you?
I mean, I'm someone who just gets by on tenacity. I'm not a very technical wrestler. I'm probably like the third or fourth smallest person by weight, by height at the school. So it's always an upward struggle with me. But that just makes me stronger. If I have to work twice as hard as someone, to get to the same point that they're at,
Sure.
I'm just 2 times stronger when I meet them.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you for what it's worth, and trust me, it ain't worth much, but for what it's worth, being there since day one, seeing a lot of students come through, seeing a lot of trainees come through and give it a try, because again, like you said, this is a very, very difficult athletic endeavor for all of us, regardless of age or experience. I will tell you this, and if I have not told you before, I'm remiss in telling you now, not just because of this, but because of everybody that I've been reflecting on this time since I started wrestling, is I appreciate the fact that you do not show frustration, because that's in my opinion, for what it's worth, that's an identifier of immaturity. And this business is tough, and training is tough, and what we do to our bodies is tough, and being corrected is also not very easy for some. You're very coachable. I'm sure all the coaches would agree with that. All the trainers and guest trainers would agree with that. And I've heard nothing but high praise for you, the individual. And we're all very excited to see what the future holds for Crashley Savage. So, speaking of which, we're here out in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, at Mania House. Have you had an opportunity to go check out any shows, anything you want to do? And then we're going to talk a little bit about Mania. Then we're going to finish off by talking a little bit about getting to work when we get back home, right? So, as far as like what you've done thus far, have you been able to see any shows, go see any sites, do any fun stuff here in Vegas?
Yeah, we saw a great West Coast show last night, and Marvelous Crew was there. It was It was spectacular. You
Okay.
know, I'm thinking about the Senka Chris Hero match and
Okay.
just watching the locker room pile out because nobody knew that was happening,
Yeah.
and like, you know, it's really cool because wrestlers are marks,
Hmm.
and sometimes people don't realize that is that we just love it and it never gets old.
Yeah.
So,
That's a beautiful thing. Let's talk a little bit about Mania itself.
hmm
2 days, probably 10 hours worth of total showtime. Is there a specific match that you're looking forward to? A specific matchup? Anything that you kind of have your eye on for both days or either day?
I'm gosh, I haven't been following the product super strictly. I don't have a whole lot of TV subscriptions right now,
Sure.
so you know, keeping up on the Peacock and the
Yeah.
ESPN and the Netflix subscriptions uh, is a little far down on the list.
Sure.
But I like to check in and see what's going on. I'm glad that Seth Rollins is back in action.
Yeah.
I think like Seth and Gunther is kind of a cool. Seemed like it was a little last minute, and I like that. I like that they're rolling with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Hard subject to change. Very
yeah,
happens, injuries and whatnot.
totally.
All right, bet. So okay, cool. So that's cool for Mania.
Mhm.
Now, question is, once we get back to the PNW, what is your what are your give me like a 1 year, 2 year goal plan? Like what's on the horizon? What do you want the people to know is coming next for Crashley Savage?
Well, I wanna debut in the new Rising promotion from our school, Oregon
Yep.
Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely.
It's just an awesome development to see us just getting bigger and bigger. Like just thinking about when I started
Hmm.
and us being in the little gym, and now we've got, you know, 2 rings,
Hmm.
a bunch of space, and, you know, a production company now. Basically,
Yeah, for sure.
it's pretty exciting, and I want to build that because it's like at the beginnings, and I can be part of how it starts.
Yeah, for sure.
After that, my biggest goal and one of the big goals since I started is Queen of Thorns.
Okay.
That's where I'm shooting for.
Yep. Queen of Thorns, DOA.
hmm
For those who are uninformed, Queen of Thorns, DOA. Oh my goodness, 10, 12 matches, up and coming and some established sisters in the business, queens in the business.
hmm
It's definitely been a catapult, right, for a lot of different of the winners, Rebel Kell, Amira. So we definitely look forward to seeing you getting involved with that. Um, Social media, anything you want to share with the people, ways they can follow you, keep up with your career?
Um, the biggest one is Instagram,
Hmm.
Crashley Sav. That's me. Crashley Savage is my name. I just right now, you know, it's just showing my training process, showing um, little things I do on the weekend, whatnot. Uh, I'm getting my merch built up right now. I
There we go.
don't want to drop it until the right time,
Sure.
you know,
Yep.
but that's where you're going to see my development.
Yeah, It's funny you mentioned merch because there's a lot of different advice we get from different people, and one of the most useful pieces of advice I got was from D'Lo Brown, and he said, "Make sure you're having fun." And one of the most useless pieces of advice I ever got was from this schmuck referee who said, "You got to be a complete idiot if you come out with merch before you wrestle your first match." And ironically, to that point, he's no longer in the business. And also to that same point, when I did debut at PAL in the Rumble to Regret, after I was eliminated by Juicy Finale, Rebel Kell came to the back and she says, "Wow, there's more people out there with your merch on than mine." So I took that as a great compliment from her, and I took that as a great go ahead and get fucked to that piece of shit referee. And if you ever do see this, just know when I see you, it's on site. But yeah, based on that, thank you, Crash, for taking the time to sit down and chat with me and chat with the folks here at Mania House. Again, we're having a blast. We're going to do what we can to get some more wrestlers to sit down for some interviews. Maybe we'll get a guest ring announcer or everybody's favorite audio, video, everything maven. Promo cutting, uh, entrance video directing, promo video directing, and all around wonderful individual, Izzy, to come and sit down and chit chat with us for a little while. So, Crashley Savage, again, thank you for your time. Any shout outs before we sign off?
Yeah, let's just give it up for my coach, Ricky Gibson.
Soft coach Ricky Gibson, we love you.
Yeah, Joey Thornton, he's in the house. Be watching him.
Yeah,
Some
Joey
of the
Thornton,
people.
who'd he ever beat? Nobody. Anyway, go ahead.
And then I mentioned my cohort earlier. I just think everybody should be looking out for Loverboy, Cherry Cook, Apollo Claxon, Ayana Allure.
Oh, okay. Wait, let's pause on that one for a second. I've seen some promos going back and forth between you and Miss Ayana Allure. I mean, you can look directly into that camera and go ahead and take this moment to send a message. Cut a promo, if you will, for Miss Ayana Allure, and we'll see what she has to say in response.
Ayana, as heated as it gets, we're two sides of the same coin. And we've been building this. The heat is rising. When we finally have our match, it's going to be an inferno. But I was forged in iron. I can take hotter than you.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Crashley Savage, my good friend, thank you for joining us. A round of applause from all the people. Rock and roll. Let's get it.